Hey guys, TJ Fitness Deal News Reviews. Not reviewing anything today. Today, it is a sad day. We're gonna start saying goodbye to some of our favorite pre-workouts. Total War, Kraken, and soon to be a lot of others. So the fact that the FDA is going to go after Dmha and Dmha is going to be gone very soon, that's been told before. Tim Moriello, my buddy, talked about it maybe a month or two ago, and people have been talking about it. Australia already banned Dmha, and it's very clear that the FDA is going to go after Dmha. The implication is obviously that a lot of the pre-workouts that I like and you like, and if you look at my top 5 Steam Junkie pre-workout list, then a lot of them do have Dmha in them. They're going to be reformulated. This is not really big news. The big news is that it's already happening. So if you look at the top 5 pre-workouts on my list, then out of them, Spartan Nutrition Kraken, which was at number 3, already reformulated. On most of the sites right now, if you find the old Kraken with the Dmha formula, then this is the last stocks that these stores have. And some of them are already talking about it out loud. And the biggest thing that you can actually notice, just go to the Spartan Nutrition site and look at the label that they have for the Kraken pre-workout. Trust me, there's no Dmha here. There's actually nothing almost there as far as exotic stimulants, as you know, edgy stimulants. Now, if you look at Ares White, the original formula, that's not reformulated yet, but obviously Intel Pharma launched the new Ares, aka Mega Ares, that doesn't have Dmha, doesn't have Araya Genesis, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But Ares White is still going to be in production as far as I know, but its days are numbered, really. I mean, it's just a question, when are these people going to get the letter from the FDA, or the FDA is going to just put an announcement that Dmha is gone. So if you look at that top 5, so you have Ares, you have Rain by Olympus Labs, you have Spartan Nutrition Kraken, you have Total War by Redcon War, a super popular Dmha based pre-workout, and you have Hypermax by Performax. So Hypermax doesn't have Dmha, so I'm assuming it's going to stay as it is for the time being. Redcon 1 Total War, this is another piece of big news that is not public, but I can tell you for a fact, if you go and you try to buy Redcon 1 Total War right now, for example on A1 supplements, it's out of stock. Same thing, by the way, for Sidewalk Raka by City Fletcher, which is also manufactured by the same company as Redcon 1, and it's gone. It's out of stock, and when you actually approach their customer service or you talk with any retailer, they'll tell you that they can't order anymore the old formula, and Redcon 1 Total War is being reformulated. So whatever you're seeing, again, wherever you're seeing is Dmha based pre-workouts from the ones that I'm mentioning, there's 2 options. Either the vendors didn't decide yet to stop production, and that's true for Intel and that's true for Olympus Labs at this point in time, or they already reformulated, and you need to be careful what you're ordering. Are you getting the Dmha formula, or you're getting the new revamped formula? Redcon 1 Total War didn't launch yet as far as I know, the new formula. Like I said, Spartan Nutrition Kraken, if you go to their site and you buy from their site Spartan Nutrition Kraken, that's not a Dmha formula. Just check out the label. I'm going to put it here just for reference so you can see. Definitely no Dmha, no exotic anything. Now, why is Dmha going? A couple of reasons behind it. But the main reason that you want to know about is that the FDA approves these ingredients, or doesn't approve, or you don't have to get them approved by the FDA if they can be extracted for commercial use from natural sources. If they can be extracted for commercial use by natural sources, then you don't need to approve it with the FDA. If you actually want to produce a chemical replica of the natural source, like DMA, Dmha, or whatever, then you actually need to go through an FDA approval process, which is an expensive process, but some people go through it, and you might get it. Dmha never went through that process because the theory was that this is extracted from natural sources. I'm going to save you from a lot of the drama behind the scenes, but behind the scenes, anyone that actually used Dmha or is using Dmha in their product, the source that they're getting from is not natural source. They're all buying it probably from China or somewhere, and sort of ignored the fact that this is not a natural source. They just, so to speak, believed the supplier of the actual ingredient. Long story short, everyone that has a piece of brain is right now reformulating the pre-workout to actually get ahead of the FDA, banning their pre-workout and banning that ingredient and finding themselves with 1 billion tubs on the shelves that they can't sell, or the FDA will raid their ass. So that's the situation we are in right now. Now, is Araya genesis going to be banned also? So if you know, Araya genesis is the actual name of the natural source. It's the orchid that is you can produce Araya genesis from. Most of the people that I've seen use, some of them actually don't use the term Araya genesis. If you actually use the term Araya genesis, then you're claiming that this source is the natural source. If you're using some D-methylene whatever, then that's the chemical replica. Araya genesis theoretically has not been banned, or it's not on the radar as far as I understand. But honestly, it's also a question of time. Really, I think it's a question of time. The FDA seems to be cracking on these things. So listen, let me summarize this big news. DMHA is going the way of DMAA. The fact that it's going, that's it. It's a done deal. What you didn't know probably, and now you know, is that a lot of the products that you love are being reformulated right now or already reformulated, and there's no DMHA, and in some of them there's no Araya genesis, and there's nothing else. The products that I know that are not getting reformulated right now or are not getting off the shelf, Entel Pharma Ares White, the OG, the original one, which has DMHA and Araya. Right now, as far as I understand, Entel is still going to continue and sell it. Probably months. I don't think it will hold, honestly. Then the second one is Rain. From as far as I understand, again, they're not reformulating right now. It doesn't actually say DMHA on the label. It doesn't have the terms DMHA. It does have J-Regia and a couple of others, which might get under scrutiny also. But right now, they're not reformulating. So if you're a Rain fan, for now, you're okay. Kraken is gone. It's dead. If you find, I actually put it on the site, and I'll put a couple of links here below to the still sources that you can find the original Kraken. But if most of what you'll find from this point on is not the DMHA version. Total War is gone. A1 supplements, it's out of stock, and a couple of others, it's out of stocks, and it's not going to be back anytime soon. So if you find Redcon 1 Total War in some stores, and again, I'm going to link below to the stores that I know that still carry inventory of Redcon 1 Total War DMHA version. You can actually see that on the label. And if you want to stock up before it's gone, then go ahead and do it. Hypermax Performax is going to stay like it is for now. It's Araya genesis. It doesn't have DMHA. Listen, what does that mean? Really, is Araya better than DMHA? Can you create a great pre-workout without Araya and DMHA? The answer is yes. I mean, Ares, the new Ares is without DMHA and Araya. There's a couple, the reversioned Mesomorph is a good product. Hypermax, by the way, is without DMHA and is a top 5 for us. So it doesn't have to be. But if you actually like the experience you had with Redcon 1 Total War, then that one is gone. Bye-bye, it's gone. If you like the original Kraken, it's gone also. So, long story short, do you need to stock up? I don't know. I mean, if you just want to make sure that the next 2-3 months you have like an easy transition from the one you love, then yeah, go ahead, use the links below and find a couple of, potentially find a couple of sources you can buy. There's gonna be alternatives. There are already good pre-workouts that are alternatives. I'm gonna need to redo my top 5 because they're gonna be gone in like 3 months from now. None of them is gonna be existent. Already some of them are gone. Anyway, guys, just wanted to share this with you. Again, like I said, I know that this news of DMHA being under scrutiny has been there before. Just wanted you to know that already 50% of our top 5 or whatever are going to go away or gone away. Listen, guys, if this video was helpful in your pre-workout decision-making process, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here, because this is what we do. We try to keep you posted on what's going on and help you make smart decisions about the supplements that you buy. And I'll see you in the next review.